welcome to Lab Early On. I'm Joanne, and look what we're going to work on today. We're going to go over the, what is it? It's the alphabet. You're right. So let's go over our alphabet together. Are you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Very good. And if you notice, our alphabet today are capital letters. So today we're going to look at capital letters. And why don't we sing our alphabet song together? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? You guys know your alphabet so well. Such a good job. You know every single letter. And did you know that you can find the alphabet in many places? Can you tell me where you can find the letters of the alphabet? We can find the letters in words, in stories. That's true. Yes, we can. And those are wonderful to read, to learn about so many things. But did you know that you can also find the alphabet all around you in your community? The letters of the alphabet are everywhere if you look for them. For instance, let's take a truck. Pretend we're outside and there's a truck. And I think that I see a letter O on this truck. Do you see the letter O? Look carefully. Look carefully. The wheel? You say the wheel? Let's look. The wheel is the shape of a circle, which is a letter O. Excellent. That's really good. And you know what we're going to do now? We're going to read a story about how we can find letters of the alphabet in our community, in our city. So let's go ahead and read our story. Alphabet City by Stephen T. Johnson. Here we are at a construction site, and what do we see? I think it's a wooden barrier covering some rocks so people don't get hurt. Can you see the letter A? Look carefully. Can you see it? There it is, the letter A. And here we are at a building site. And what do we see? We see some stairs coming down. People can walk down the stairs to get to the ground. Can you find the letter B? Let's look closely. Letter B. Good job. And now we're going to look for the letter C. And here we are at a building. Can you find the letter C? Good job. That's a letter C. And what comes after letter C? Letter D, you're right. In this picture, what do we see here in this picture outside in our community? We see a garden. Very good. And can you find the letter D in the garden? That's right, letter D. And what do we have here in this picture? Those are street lights. Very good. And what letter comes after the letter D? E. That's right. Can you find the letter E in this picture of street lights? Let's find it together. Excellent. In this picture, what do we see? Do you know what this is? This is a water tank, and we can store water up high, and the water can come down the pipes and out of your sink in your kitchen. And now we're going to look for which letter that comes after the letter E. Can you remember? It's the letter F. Can you find the letter F? I think somebody already found it. Let's look together. Good job. And here, can anyone tell me what this is? It's a light. It's a street light. It's outside. Probably it's in a park. And now we're going to look for the letter G. Can you help me find the letter G? Let's look carefully. I think it's here. That's a very nice letter G. And what do we see here, my friends? This looks like a beautiful garden in a very big park. And what letter are we going to look for this time? It comes after G. Can you see it? It's an H. Can you find the H? Very good. And what about this picture? What do we have here? It's a sign. It's a sign on a building. We can't really read the letters. Probably it's an old sign, but it's a sign. And now we're going to look for the letter I. Do you see it? Good job. What do we see in this picture? This is very interesting. It looks like a stair railing. I think you're right. I think you're right. It's a stair railing. And what letter are we looking for this time? After the letter I comes J. Do you see the letter J? There it is. And this picture, what comes after the letter J? You're right, the letter K. And this picture looks like a picture of a wall with some piping and maybe some cables or some kind of wiring. And we're going to try and find the letter K here. Can you see it? Let's find it together. Good job. And this picture, what do you think this picture is? It's a building, correct, with kind of a balcony here. Can you find the letter L in this picture? And this picture is a picture of a bridge. It's a very, very big bridge. And this time we're going to look for which letter? What comes after L? M. Do you see the M in this picture? And look, we have a picture of another bridge. And this time we're going to look for the letter N. Do you see the letter N? And guess what? We can find two N's in this picture. Do you see the other letter N? Very good. You found both letter N's. Here is a picture of a bench. That's right, people sit down in the bench. What do you see in this picture on top of the bench? There's snow, so it must be a cold day. And we're going to look for which letter this time? The letter O, that's right. Can you see it? Take a close look. Here we go. The letter O. And what about this picture? It looks like some stairs. And here we have a stair rail. And we're going to look for the letter P. Do you see the letter P? And I think there's another letter P. I think you're right. It's over here. We have two letter P's. And here's a picture of, can anybody tell me what it is? It's a train track. Very good. And what is on the train track? It's a wheel. It's one of the train's wheels. And what letter are we going to look for this time? What comes after the letter P? Q. Very good. Do you see the letter Q? And what about this picture? What is that a picture of? It's down on the ground. It's a stone path. You are right. It's a stone path covered in leaves. That's right, covered in leaves. That's right. And now we're going to look for the letter R. Can you find it with me? Very good. And here, what do you think this is? It's a building, that's right. And the building is made out of stone. And we have some beautiful stonework here on the building. And right now, we're looking for the letter S. Do you see the letter S? And here we have some more buildings. And this is a kind of a skyscraper look at the very tall buildings. And we're going to look for the letter T. Do you see it? I think I can see it too. This is a nice picture. It's a fence. You're right. And this fence is made out of bricks and with beautiful leaves behind. And now we're going to look for the letter U. Do you see it? I think you do. And here we have some electrical posts that are outside. You can see these when you go out for a walk. And we're going to try to find the letter V. I think you see it. I think you're right. Here it is, the letter V. And this is another picture of a very interesting wall. And on this wall, we're going to try to find the letter W. Do you see the letter W? I think you do. Here we go. The letter W. And here, what do we have here? This looks like a very tall metal structure. And we are going to look for the letter X. I think you see it already. Yes, I do. You are right, because the letter X is right here. You are right. And in this picture, what can you tell me about this picture? You see lots of sky, and you see lots of lights. These are lights that are outside to help people see at nighttime. And we are going to look together and try to find the letter Y. Very good. And you are right. I think I see it too. There are more letter Ys. Let's see if you're right. Here's a letter Y. Here's another letter Y. There's another Y, another Y. There are so many letter Ys. And finally, our last letter. Do you remember what our last letter of the alphabet is? The letter Z. And do you see it in this picture of a building with some stairs? Do you see the letter Z? Good job, my friends. You found all of the letters of the alphabet in our community. Well done. That was such a great book, wasn't it? It was so really interesting to walk around our neighborhood and find all of those letters. And don't forget, be sure when you're going for a walk with your family to look at all the things that are around you to see what letters that you can see. And you know what we're going to do now? We're going to sing a song, and it's a fun song. So I'm going to use some tapping sticks, and you can find something in your home that you can use, either wooden spoons or anything, or you can just clap your hands and jump because it's a fun song. Are you ready? We're going to sing about our ABCs.
T-U-V
Now we're going to work on an activity so that your little ones can practice their letters. And what we have here, we have some sand, and you can also use rice or flour or anything you happen to have around your house. And we have a tray, paper. We're using chalk today, but marker is fine. And we just have a marker or a pointer. And of course we have some letters. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the sand in the tray. So we'll pour the sand in the tray. And you can put as much or as little sand as you like in your tray. Or you can put it in a box or a cookie sheet, whatever you have handy. And we'll just even this out. And children like this activity because it's very sensory, and they can use a stick or they can use their fingers, whatever they like to do. So we've made that nice and smooth. And I think that we're going to choose a letter, and I think we'll do the letter O. So we'll draw a letter O on our paper. And we're going to put it on our tray like that. And then your child can try to copy that letter O in the sand. So they will go around and they can make the letter O. Again, with whatever tool they like. And they can also go ahead and create art in there. They don't have to stop at the circle. They can keep going and creating a picture or anything else that their imagination takes them. And we can use any letters, and you can practice lots of letters for this activity. Another thing we can extend this activity is to again use your letter O, and you can take a letter O. This is a little magnetic letter O, and we can put it in the sand and we can cover it up, and your child will find that letter O. And they can either pick it up with their hands, or in this case, because it's a magnetic O, they can use a little fishing rod or anything, any kind of magnet to find their letter O. And then find it, and they'll find it, and it will match. And they will be very happy that they matched their letter O. Thank you so much for joining me today and learning about our ABCs and our whole alphabet. Why don't we just go over our alphabet again, because we did so much work. Let's see how we did if we remember all of our letters. Are you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Good job. U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Very good. You know all of your alphabet. And we read a very interesting story today, and we did an activity so you can practice with your letters. And don't forget, when you go out, to look for different letters on your walk in the community. And remember the letter we found here? The wheel is a letter O. And also, you can use these letters to create words, like your name. My name starts with J. What letter does your name start with? Go ahead and practice your alphabet and your ABCs. And we'll see you next time. Bye.